Good evening, everybody. I'd like to call tonight's meeting to order. Today is Tuesday, September 25th, 2012. We have a village board meeting followed by a committee of the whole meeting. It looks like it's about 7:05 p.m. Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Got a special one here.
We gotta shut off Sam's for tonight.
Mrs. Booth, please call the roll.
Mr. Gattuso?
Present.
Mr. Novak?
Present.
Mr. Perry?
Present.
Mr. Sloan?
Present.
Mr. Stecker?
Present.
Mr. Yurkovich?
Present.
Mr. Polito?
Present. We do have a quorum. Thank you. Item number 4, presentations. Looks like we have a few of those today. First on the list is the swearing in of Fire Captain James DeBoer. So, Jim, you want to step up front there?
I mean, it looks like it's a gradual progression. Doesn't look scary. You know what I mean? We'll see what, it's just what you put in. We do a swearing in.
Well,
Get a
yeah.
swearing in. We just swear in. Listen,
Okay.
oh, yeah, yeah.
You know, we kind of did this a couple of weeks ago. This is the official one from, okay. So as you raise your right hand, repeat after me. I state your name. I, James DeBoer, do solemnly swear. Support the Constitution of the United States. Support the Constitution of the United States. The Constitution of the State of Illinois.
Sam remembers this.
And faithfully discharge the duties of Captain of the Westchester Fire Department. Faithfully discharge the duties of Captain of the Westchester Fire Department. To the best of your ability. To the best of my ability. That's all we got. So, congratulations.
Some of these are big. Some of these are small. Genetically. Something underneath that.
Jim, if you wouldn't mind, give us a little background on this. You should know
Like
that by
long
now.
walks on the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've done all the fire inspections and all that type of stuff over time.
Yeah, he's kind of worked his way through the different responsibilities. Definitely learned his way up to,
Certainly, thank you for all your service, certainly, and now that you are a captain, it's like, you know, big things. Correct. And your wife's name is Jean. Jean. Any other family here? Your father and his name is, they all have names. For a picture?
Bring them all up. Bring them all up. Come on down.
you only get sworn in as captain once.
Or when the boys are turning. Or when the boys are turning.
Yeah.
We got some more? No more? Come on. Come on, sis. Can't leave you out. Anyone else we want?
I think we should people on the street.
Sure? How about everybody come up and stand? We're certainly proud of you. We know what you've done in the past since you've been hired and continued success in the future from not only me, but certainly all the board behind you. So, thank you. Louis Panico, is there Louis here? Louis, step up. Louis is the controller for the village of Melrose Park, a fine municipality. Some people, certainly a friend of mine as well.
Yes, sir.
Any other family?
My mother-in-law, Virginia.
Come on up, Virginia. And the kids, Jake, or Michaela. Your turn. Come on up.
They're like,
Now you can take a picture from over here.
Certainly, Greg will have all the pictures that you can get. Again, now, Chief, it's your turn.
I've already been thinking about this one, but again, this is gonna be difficult, from the perspective that actually George has actually been with the village of Westchester since '91. Started out as a contract medic for numerous years, like, what, 8 years, when he started full-time. And, which is a great addition. We were trying to get him on sooner than that, and just didn't have any openings. Since then, he's been a firefighter. He's performed various duties, as an EMS, assistant with the EMS, which he's done as a contract medic as well. Training, fire inspections, again, he's,
A well-versed employee,
definitely,
correct?
yeah. So it's a good thing, we're putting him in this position as well.
George, we certainly wish you well. You have certainly the support of not only myself, but certainly the board, which is standing behind you, that have probably watched your career for a number of years. So you've earned this rank, and we expect good things out of you as well. Your wife, certainly the comptroller, who knows all about municipal government, will take care of business. Isn't that correct? Congratulations once again. No, okay. We have one or two other things here. We have- Okay, I'm looking at, some fine faces. Dr. Sullivan and Suchi, are you here to step up in front and be embarrassed with me as well? Well, that's not, with time, it's not possible. It has certainly been, brought to the board this week. And which one are you? Has been brought to the board's attention, to the Chamber of Commerce, that you have an anniversary of business in Westchester. And, going with the spirit of that, I'd like to present to you on behalf of the village of Westchester, personally all the board members, trustees, and even the ones that are not here that have sat during this 30 years of business. I present this to you, Dr. Sullivan and Suchi Limited, celebrating 30 years with sincere appreciation for your commitment to our village and your dedication in promoting commerce in the village of Westchester. Both of you, not only as personal friends of mine, but the Chamber of Commerce, both of you, lion's share members of that. The veteran run, all the things you do, Tom, and certainly helping out at the fest of people. So again, thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the things you guys do every day in being ambassadors for Westchester. So, Tom, can I get like 10% off my tweet?
We'll need that pretty soon.
A little better than that, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I think we have one more of those, to a man that I'll introduce him for the first time this evening. I think he sits up on the board with me. But this is to trustee, deputy mayor, former mayor, Paul.
He's a tenant, you know. You're a dipper.
Again, I'm honored, and I think the whole board stands behind you, certainly the police and fire department, because you filled their bellies for probably 30 years of terrific and fine food from your establishment. And you've been in business 30 years as well. On behalf of the village of Westchester and all the people that are here, I'd like to present this to you for those 30 years of service, Paul's Pizza and Hot Dogs Incorporated. With sincere appreciation for your commitment to our village, and your dedication in promoting commerce in the village of Westchester, presented by me honorably, and certainly all
George coming in the back door of the restaurant, me taking laying on the table at 6 o'clock in the morning, that I was sleeping, but I forgot to sleep. And George just went crazy laughing. He's like, "Oh my God, what is wrong with you?" And things like that. But my 30 years in this town has been turn on. I love them. I still love them. I love to go to work every day. And I'll be 14, 18-hour days. It doesn't matter. Because this is a great place to do business. And we have wonderful people. We love people. And I couldn't ask for anything more. Thank you all. And like I said, it's been an honor to work for another 30 years. And I'll keep it's all in business too. I can keep my seat open.
Time's up.
My family, some of my family's here tonight, so I couldn't make it. But I have my aunt, who's been one of the inspirations of me starting in this business. She had a restaurant for 30 years up on the north side. And I worked there when I was a little kid at 14. They put me in the basement and taught me how to make pizzas and told me not to get the liquor cabinet. Then they moved me up into the kitchen upstairs because they said, "You're getting a little too good down there. We gotta bring you upstairs." That was one of my inspirations of getting into this business. Come on, I also have my granddaughter here who's the joy of my life. My aunt. I also have my daughter. My first prized possession. A little girl, Christina, I'm sure most of you know her, she's been around here in town. And most significant person in my life is Andrea. This is my girl. And I want to thank you for my family, for everything. All along.
Hey, Paul, put the award in front. Get a family picture with the award in front.
I'm
Where's your award?
head behind you. Come on. Okay, item number 5 is public comments and questions. To give as many visitors as possible an opportunity to speak and in the interest of adjourning the meeting by 9, please limit your comments to 3 minutes in length unless further time is granted by the board. Anyone have any questions or comments to discuss? Please step up, introduce yourself for our clerk, and fire away. Once, twice, 3 times, gone. Okay, item number 6, public hearing. I don't believe we have any. Item number 7, consent agenda. There's items A, B, C. Item number B is approval of minutes. Does anyone need anything pulled or discussed any length? If not, is there a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Brian, who was the second? Nick?
Frank and Anthony. Yeah, it was half. It was Sterry.
Roll call, please, Kathy.
Mr. Vituzzo?
Aye.
Mr. Novak?
Aye.
Mr. Perry?
Aye.
Mr. Sloan?
Aye.
Mr. Stecker?
Aye.
Mr. Yurkovich?
Aye.
Mr. Pulia?
Aye. Motion carries. Item number 8 under the active agenda. Item number A, ordinance adopting a non-home rule municipal retailers occupation tax and a non-home rule municipal service occupation tax. Motion is second for approval.
So moved.
Second.
Wally, who's the second? I'm sorry.
Frankie.
Frank, okay.
It was at the same time, so.
It was, yeah.
Paper, rock, scissors.
Any discussion? If not, Kathy, roll call, please.
Mr. Novak?
Aye.
Mr. Perry?
Aye.
Mr. Sloan?
Aye.
Mr. Stecker?
Aye.
Mr. Yurkovich?
Aye.
Mr. Vituzzo?
Aye.
Mr. Pulia?
Aye, motion carries. Item number B under active agenda. Ordinance waiving the competitive bidding and authorization to purchase of 2 thermal imaging cameras. Motion a second for that approval.
So moved.
Second.
Brian and Nick. Any discussion? If not, Kathy, roll call, please.
Mr. Perry?
Aye.
Mr. Sloan?
Aye.
Mr. Stecker?
Aye.
Mr. Yurkovich?
Aye.
Mr. Vituzzo?
Aye.
Mr. Novak?
Aye.
Mr. Pulia?
Aye, motion carries. Item number C, resolution designating the Freedom of Information Act officers in the Village of Westchester. Motion by
So moved.
Second.
Tommy and Paul.
No,
Sam.
no, Sam, wait.
I'm sorry?
This didn't appear to count.
Yeah, you need a motion to waive.
Okay, again. All right, let's do this. A motion and a second to present the resolution waiving waiving the requirement of it appearing on the cow for the designation of Freedom of Information Act officers in the Village of Westchester. Let's do that motion first.
So moved.
Second.
Tom, and who was the second?
Oh, I have
Whatever.
a second.
Frank.
Yeah. We need buttons.
Yeah.
All those in favor of waiving?
Yeah.
All those in favor of waiving, aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposition, say no. Okay. The original motion, resolution designating the Freedom of Information Act officers in the Village of Westchester. Tom and Paul, do you still want to stand on your motions in your second?
Yes.
Okay. All those in favor of approving that resolution for the Freedom of Information Act officers signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposition, say no. That passes as well. Number 9, managers report.
Okay, just wanted to remind everybody that voter registration ends October 9th. It's the last day to register. You can come to Village Hall and be registered. All of our front office people are deputy registers and can take care of that for you. You can also receive a mail application ballot at Village Hall. Mail ballots must be requested by 11/1 and mailed by 11/5. You can also download them at the clerk's website at cookcountyclerk.com or call the clerk at 312-269-7900. Also wanted to remind everybody that Columbus Day is Monday, October 8th, but the Village Hall is open for regular hours. And one last thing, we did receive some statistics on our municipal aggregation program. Everybody has been switched over now, so you'll probably start seeing the savings, if you haven't already, on your next bill. And we are pleased to report that we have 98% participation in the village. So the average household savings should be about $290 per household per year. So that's great news. And that's all I have this evening.
Attorney's report. Mike, anything?
I have a couple of items that we're going to need to discuss in executive session, but in addition to the 2 items listed on the agenda, I'd also bring to your attention, we need to discuss pending litigation and a personnel issue in executive session. So those items will constitute my report there. Thank you.
Board members. Paulie, anything with the Green Committee?
No, we're still green. And the recycling program went really well. October 13th will be our last one, along with the shredding. We will be offering shredding for, I think, about the same period of time. But that's about it.
Great. Thank you. Tommy, anything on the cab?
I have really nothing to report right now.
Paulie, anything special events?
We got Thursday night, 27th. We have a little concert in the parking lot by Paul's over there. There's a little band called Kickback City, so it's a real good little 60s band. Come on over, bring your chairs and something to drink and sit down and enjoy some great music at the restaurant there. Also, we have like 3 or more car shows, so those are almost over, and we have a few bands left. So please come out and enjoy that entertainment. As far as winter goes, if things go well, we might be able to throw a little bit of a sock hop in one of the stores, so it might be a little fun. So I'm talking to Regency about letting us use a storefront for a sock hop one night. So we'll see what happens, okay?
Great. Thanks, Paul. Frankie, anything from EDC?
We're still going over the bylaws for the committee, and we're discussing the evening meeting that's supposed to take place on October 15th. Just went over the structure of what we're planning on doing on that meeting.
Nikki, E911?
No, nothing right now.
Brian, anything?
Leaf bags should be in this week, by the end of the week, so in the next couple of weeks, we'll start getting out and doing the delivery to all the residents' homes, so they can anticipate those. I think the leaves are going to fall a little bit quicker this year than they did last year with the warm, dry summer we had, so.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you. Chief Padlick?
I'm happy to report starting October 1st, we will have our defibrillators out in the patrol cars. We've purchased 5 Cardia Science defibrillators. 4 will be on the street. 1 will remain in the station on a wall mount. Also, we'd like to premiere our crime map that will be going October 1st on the webpage. I'd like to give credit to former employee Hope Garrett and our IT manager, 911 supervisor Greg Riebel. For a long time coming, we've been planning and preparing this map. This was brought to the police department probably over a year ago, with the idea of contracting with an outside vendor at the cost of over $2,000. And I'm happy to report that we did it in-house at a cost savings of $2,000. What you see on the screen right now is approximately 4 weeks of press releases of crimes and arrests that have occurred in Westchester that have been reported. You see a variety of icons. And if you were on the web page, if you were to click on a particular icon, such as the one Greg is demonstrating, shows a driving while license suspended, shows the area, the time, and things of that nature. We're toying with the length of time that we keep on the web page. I'm open to suggestions because you do represent the population of Westchester. We usually display 4 weeks worth of press releases, but I don't want the map to get too congested. So if you think a week at a time is fine, again, I'm open to suggestions.
Great, thank you very much. I don't know if Jim stepped out. If not, Annie Burkholder, our finance director. She's going to speak up into the microphone.
We have been working with BMO Harris over the last few weeks to get things rolling on our new accounts, as they are our new banking service provider. So I can't compete with that. Come on. So that will do it for the finance department this week.
Greg Riebel, IT.
Well, in addition to the boring IT stuff, which I'd be happy to talk to you in depth, I could talk hours about it. Of course, I think everybody knows that. With the addition, in addition to that, and I do talk about this almost every meeting, but this week is the National Take Back program for the prescription drugs on Saturday. Will be the nationwide collection date. So we'll be turning all ours in, and hopefully we'll empty out Sam's office there. In addition to that, I have been in touch with Comcast about a program that they're offering to residents that may not financially be able to afford internet and or computers, about bringing that program, or at least highlighting the program here in Westchester. Allows those who are underprivileged households to get a low-cost computer at $149, gives them affordable internet, $9, no increase in price. But we would be promoting that in our village hall to try and get more people online, because it's something I don't think anyone should be without if the accessibility is there for them to have it. So that information will be out in our village hall shortly, as soon as I get the flyers.
Great. Thank you, Greg. Dave Stozier, Public Works Department.
Thanks, Sam. The Department of Public Works has been working for the last 2 weeks on crack filling in the south central part of town. We expect to probably carry on for a couple more weeks. Also, we started late last week repairing trip hazard sidewalks throughout the village. That work will be ongoing for the next 2 weeks. The handicap accessible parking stall now has been completed in front of the village hall. And we're also working on utility repairs throughout the village.
And also, the 5 streets are under construction. I drove home today and saw that they were placing sewers where there were no sewers in the past on some of the streets. So that's a good thing. By Triggy, I think, was the successful bidder. Triggy and Company. So seems to be going well. Hopefully the weather will hold out, and we'll move forward with that program as well. Great. Thank you. Kathy, anything? Nothing at all. Okay, last but not least, I'll turn it over to the village manager for the,
Melissa
for the
is hiding.
introduction. The
Oh, the
introduction.
introduction. I would like to introduce Melissa Headley to everybody. Melissa started a week ago Monday as our new Community Development Director. She comes to us from the Village of Villa Park. Melissa has a master's in urban regional planning, and we're looking forward to everything that she can, her ideas to bring forward to increase community development in the community. So Melissa, we're ready for your first report.
All right. I just wanted to let everyone know. Can you all hear me?
Is your mic
Okay.
on?
Can you hear
Talk
me okay?
loud.
Okay. I'll just talk loud. I did meet with Mike Manzo about the property across the street, regarding redevelopment of his property. I'd also had the opportunity to talk to a car wash developer that he was in contact with, and also another mixed-use developer that's expressed interest in his property. We're working on setting up meetings with that person to discuss what their plans are. If there's an opportunity to partner with the village. I also spoke to McDonald's corporate regarding the extent of the restrictive covenants. We found out recently that they're not as restrictive as we once believed that they were, so it may open up other opportunities. I received an inquiry from the GSA looking for some office space in the area and was able to pass on that information to some local property managers. I also met with 2 local developers regarding the permitting process and what their experiences have been. I've been working on preparing a permit fee comparison between the village, Oak Brook, and Oak Brook Terrace. I met with Arden Realty, and we're gonna be setting up meetings to go over the findings and see what, see how we can work together with them. Just so that everybody knows, the Dunkin' at 31st and Wolf is under construction, and we've issued permits for the Dunkin' on Manheim. And also, I'll be attending the International Council of Shopping Centers deal-making conference that they have. It's on October 3rd and 4th. Basically, it's an opportunity where all the retailers that are looking to expand in the region will be at this event, and so I can go and market the community, see if there's garner interest in retailers that are looking to expand in the region. I've been collecting information on available properties in the area. I also contacted the Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity they have people that when they are contacted about like headquarters, people looking for headquarters, then they send the information out to their partners, municipalities, so that to help them find space. So I reached out to them to make sure that we're included on that list. I attended both the EDC meetings and the chamber meeting today, and got to meet with a bunch of some of the local businesses in the area.
Thank you.
Great.
And
that's how many days of work?
Today is her 7th day,
Oh,
so
okay.
she's definitely not been bored.
Is that it? Yeah. Actually, I told her when she first got hired and we first had her that by last Friday, I wanted to get my car washed across the street. So she's still working on that, so I'm giving her a little extra time.
Is that why the hose is out?
Yeah. So, great, thank you, and on behalf of the board, welcome. And we can see the energy that you're bringing to the position, and we wish you certainly the success, and hopefully you'll be able to assist us in bringing some retail businesses to Westchester, something that we were woefully inadequate, so to speak, that because we do have a number of vacant places, that we can put some seats in there and make it a better viable business opportunity for all. So, thank you. Okay, anyone else have anything? Did I miss anybody? Okay, item President report. Unfortunately, I wanted on the agenda today the appointment of Ruth Negretti to the Police and Fire Commission. As you know, Jim McNally resigned, and I accepted his resignation with regret due to his time spent away with the businesses. with his business of being worker for Exelon. So I know I've sent everyone at least a week or so ago Ruth's resume, which is quite substantial as an assistant state's attorney, first chair at 26th Street, and also has experience as a firefighter for Rogers Park, which is a good thing to have on the Police and Fire Commission. With Jesse being a police officer, a former police officer, now we have firefighters, so they know what we're looking for in our hiring process, which the police is doing right now. So I would ask if there's not any reservation that we kind of concur on Ruth's appointment, or my appointment of Ruth to the position, and at our next board meeting, we could affirm and vote specifically for that, but with your confidence that she could get in the game, because there are some scheduled interviews and things like that, that I think it's imperative that all three people of the commission meet and be interviewed by each and every candidate to get the perspective, so we're not missing anybody in the
Sure.
game. So does anyone have any?
No, that's good.
So you're making your appointment tonight,
Tonight.
subject to the advice and consent at the October 9th meeting. That'll be a ratification of that if there's no objection tonight, so.
Okay, and she could act in that position on the appointment.
If there's no
Yes, she could.
objection by the board, then we just have to formalize the
The next
advice and
meeting.
consent at the next meeting. You can't vote on it tonight because it wasn't on the agenda 48 hours in advance, so.
Okay. Ruth is here in the back. I think she's wearing pink. So Ruth, come on up for a moment. Introduce yourself
there she
to
is.
certainly the board. And you have the floor. You could kind of say whatever you'd like to.
I'm Ruth McGreddy. I've lived in the village for 11 years. My daughter and son go to DI with Joe's kids over there. I was a paid-on-call firefighter for Robert Clark Fire District, going through their academy for 6 months. On graduation day, I was in the hospital with a broken leg. I co-made graduation, and I was on the department for about a year and a half, 2 years, out in Justice. I've been a state's attorney since March of '97, which is what I really love to do. I currently do felony domestic homicides. I was very honored that Sam thought of me, and hopefully bring a different feeling to the commission. As both the gentlemen already on there, Jesse and Phil, said that it was time for a walk. Thank you for your time, and hopefully your confidence is right.
Yes, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, she is probably the first female to sit on that commission as well.
Probably,
So
yeah.
We're expecting good things as well. Thank you.
And it sounds like the first agenda item for them is a sexual harassment policy.
All right, item 13, executive session. We're going to do that after the cow. So is there a motion and a second to adjourn?
So moved.
our board
Second.
meeting? Tommy, and who was the
Frank.
second?
Frank.
And Frank. All those in favor of the adjournment?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposition, say no. I think what we'd like to do, I know there's some refreshments for the fire candidates, fire promotions, unless they've eaten everything out there. So let us take a break, and I know Deputy Mayor Gattuso has a family event to attend to this evening, and he's excused from the Committee of the Whole in the executive session.
What?
Yeah, congratulations.
Congratulations, Paulies.
Would take 10, Sammy, or?
I mean,
You want, what do you want to do?
What?
I'm sorry?
I think we should take a 10-minute break.
All right, 10-minute
Okay.
break it
Okay.
is. I have to listen to the boss. 10-minute break.